Hey y'all, Eric Leusha here, and this is the second video of my entrepreneurship and business series. And this week I want to talk about something that I think is very important. As entrepreneurs, we all have a lot of friends, we have a lot of family members, we have a lot of different influences. And I think it's important as entrepreneurs that we know who and what and how to use those influences. So I have a very simple formula that I use for all my network, all my friends, all my family, all my associates. I put them in 3 different categories. And it's very important that you learn this category because I'm sure as I go about it, you'll know who to put somebody in what category, right? So simply put, the first category is the Amen's Corner. We all know, we all been to church, amen, girl, amen. The Amen's Corner is that corner that just says yes to everything. They just say yes. They love you so much. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They want to they don't want to protect that bubble of yours. They want to keep you in there and say, "Oh, I love that idea. You're gonna put air in a can and you're gonna sell it for $100. Wow, that is a great idea. Yes, you should do that." That's the Amen's Corner. Be very cautious of that corner because they're gonna tell you what you want to hear. Then the second area, the second lane, is more so of the lane of your friends that verse you, the friends that go back and forth, the friends that they're not too easy on you. They ask you questions like, hold on, so why are you gonna do that? What's the point of that? You know, the friends that ask you the who, what, the why, the how, those friends. And they're only asking because they want to see if you've done your research or if you're really serious about it. They don't really have knowledge about it. Sometimes they do, but majority of the times they don't. They just want to ask you to see what you know about the subject that you're trying to pursue. And if you're clever enough, or if you've done enough research to actually verse them and actually convince them and sell them on this idea, they eventually may give in and say, okay, you know what? Yeah, that's a good idea. But the reality situation is it may not be a good idea. But they're the ones they're kind of like the Amen's Corner, but they're going to go back and forth with you to make sure that what you're saying is what you really want. So that's the middle lane, which is a good lane to be in. That's a lot of your real close friends, your best friends. They tell you the truth. That's that lane. But understand there's a third lane. This is the lane that I like to live in. This lane is your mentorship lane. That's the keep it real lane. That's the fact lane. They tell you what it is. Flat out, this is a dumb idea. No, don't pursue it. You're going to lose a lot of money. Stop it, right? Now, the reason they can probably say that is because either one, they've already done it. They have experience with it. They probably mentor somebody that did it. But they can also give you some advice. Now, here's what I recommend you do. Do this, do that, do this. It's a whole bunch of stuff that they're going to give you. The reason why, as entrepreneurs, a lot of us like to stay away from this lane at first is because they give us homework. They give us stuff that we don't want to do. They force us to step outside of our comfort zone. They make us do things that I don't want to talk to a stranger. I don't want to knock on that door. I don't want to make that phone call. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to spend that money. So as an entrepreneur, especially in the beginning, there's a lot of things that fact lane makes you do that you don't want to do. So a lot of times, especially if you're kind of a entrepreneur, you stay in between the Amen's Corner and the middle lane because it's safe. You're going to have your friends that tell you, oh, that's a great idea. Then you're going to have the friends that ask you questions to make you think you know about the idea. But the reality situation is it's a dumb idea. So I like to stay within the friend lane that versus me and then the fact lane. Because that's kind of like it's a safe zone, but it's still a challenging zone, right? And then sometimes I just go all the way to facts when I'm about to spend some money and I know I need to know a fact right now. I just go straight to the fact lane and tell me the truth. Don't waste my time. Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my money? Yes or no? So those are pretty much the 3 basic groups. So when you go home and you're thinking about this and you're like, oh my gosh, I wonder who this person is. And a lot of times your mom is probably the Amen's Corner. My mom is more so of the mid corner because she asks me a lot of questions. So it's important to know who in your circle, who in your network falls in what category so you can treat them accordingly. Sometimes you may need somebody to kind of give you a pickup. So you call the Amen's Corner and say, hey man, what do you think about this? Oh, I love it. You're like, oh, I needed that boost. So it's good to have all 3 corners and everybody has their own personal intentions, but understand what those 3 corners are so you can know how to utilize the corners. So, simple put, that's what it is. Now, my next video next week is going to be really good. So the first video I talked about different links about setting up your LLC, getting your GoDaddy, setting up Fiverr, all those different links that I said. So if you didn't watch that video, go watch the first video. I have a lot of good links on there. But the next week's video, I'm going to actually show you how to actually utilize the links that I gave you and actually how to jumpstart your business so you can actually have a thriving business, or at least start by talking to your first customer at least. So that's going to be the video for number 3. It's talking about how to get your first customer. So definitely tune in, subscribe, like, comment, and please share this video because trust me, there are a lot of people out here that you may know this information, but your friends may not know it. So share it with them. There are a lot of entrepreneurs out here, a lot of people that want to start businesses. So just share as much information as you can. Thank you so much and tune in next week. All right.